Good morning, everyone. Yeah, near to noon, but still good morning. So I'm thanking very much for to give me a chance to be here, and it's my pleasure to be here for getting and sharing the information from our team. Is at SOFRI. We have done something on the handling the tropical some kind of tropical fruit at the southern Vietnam. Okay. As you know, in recent year, like Dr. Mr. Yakov, he also introduced the fruit we will send, fresh fruit we will send from this country to another country and from this place to another place. Like you don't have that fruit, but we want that from another country. But the problem is like if you want to send the fruit for outside country, like a long distance market, so we need to store the fruit for a longer time. And these temperate fruit can keep in a very low temperature, and so they can store for like few months. But for the tropical fruit, like some fruit in Vietnam, so the storing life is very short. So we need to do something to make it a longer time for sending the fruit to another place, the fresh fruit to another place. And most tropical fruit, they can store its low temperature, but not too low. Almost from 5 to 15 degrees Celsius. And only few they can store at 5 to 7 degrees, and almost is from 8 to 15. So that disease Celsius is not like can suppress the fungi raw after the fruit harvesting. So and then the post-harvest loss. So that's why the post-harvest loss in fresh fruit and vegetable is very high. It's sometimes come up to 30% of the post-harvest loss because of the mechanical chemists crossing heat, the relative humidity or disease. So almost the post-harvest loss is it's a fungi, and this will be make it limit for the storage life of the fruit, and the many fungi pathogen is like Collectoricum, Lysodiplorium, Formopsid, Antennaria botrytis, and the fungi like Rhizobacter and Penicillium. So this is some kind. Most of them they come from the field, and some they will pass to the fruit when during the harvesting in the cool store. So for that we make the classification for infection. So the infection from the field before harvest and latent. This already stick on the fruit, but it's not show the symptom. And another is during and after harvest. So you see that picture. So the Collectoricum, they already affected the plant, the leaf, the flower, young fruit, and there is sorry. Okay, so and then you will see the when we harvest the fruit is hello, its fruit looking good without any symptom of the disease. But when we store the fruit, it will show the disease after a few weeks. So this is called a latent pathogen. And in our division, we also have looked at some of the fungi. This the main pathogen is affect to the fruit after harvest. So like on dragon fruit, longan, mango, rambutan, and as you see, we are looking for how is the fungi can grow in different temperature. And in the map, you can see the Antecnaria and Fusarium. You see at 5 degrees, this can grow but slowly. But after they get the fruit, we get the fruit from the cool store. We take it out and keep it 20 or 25 up to 30 degrees Celsius, and the fungi can grow very fast at that temperature. And also here, with some main pathogen on mango. So you see at 10 degrees Celsius, because the mango we will start at around 10 to 13 degrees Celsius, so that's why we're checking from the 10 degrees Celsius. And it's still growing, but very little, but they still survive on that temperature. And we see a major factor that will affect the fungi disease develop. So they will affect by the environment factor, like temperature, humidity, soil, so depend on your place, and insect source of fungi disease. So by the growth factor like healthy plant, harvest maturity. And the after harvest, there's also like harvesting technique, transportation, post-harvest treatment, and storage condition. So by that, we make the strategy for control the disease by using some technique from pre-harvest and post-harvest. So for re-harvest, we will use the disease-resistant or tolerant variety. This is not easy to get the resistant variety, but tolerant we are looking for. Like now, we also have like the new variety of dragon fruit. They can have like resistant and tolerant of canker disease. This is the brown spot. And the orchard sanitation, so we have to remove all the infected, because if we have the low inoculum of the disease, so and then we get less of the disease and it's easy to control it. And for the fungicide, so we use now low toxicity, and also we have the spray program to get the no residue, and also we also have like different culture practice. And dragon fruit now in this, we have one project cooperative with New Zealand, and we make it one a different technique for growing dragon fruit. Before that, we grow the dragon fruit with the top crop. It's called mop top, and now we will make a T-bar, so make a line of the dragon fruit, easy for control the disease and also for harvesting. And fruit baking, so we will see now in Vietnam, most of fruit will use the bag to cover the fruit when they are very young, to prevent the disease and also insect, and also that we don't need to use the chemical, so that is good. Like in current year, almost the mango farmer, they will use the bag to cover the fruit. And I will show you some picture and also the result we have done on that comparison between bagging and non-bag with the fruit. Sorry. Oh my God. And the last one is we were talking about the harvest maturity. So depend because like Dr. Jacob also here talking about that. So depend on the fruit you supply for the local market, the exporting market. So we will harvest at different time. If we harvest it too ripe, over the mature, so that is very they have the short time for start. So we need to how do you say? We need to make the right time for the harvesting the fruit. See here the picture of the dragon fruit garden. So they will remove all the infected cladus and also they clean the orchards and make every removed from the plant. We make the compost. For the compost, it's not only reuse the nutrient, it also can kill the on the pathogen. It stick on the cladus, the infected tree. And the table is so when you we have done one experiment and compared only use chemical and chemical with hygiene. So it's the reason so that it's not only can reduce the disease in the field, it also can reduce the disease, percent disease incident when we are harvest and start for 30 days in the normal temperature, 28 to 32 degrees. And you see here, almost fruit is covered by the bag. So mango, pomelo, banana, and guava, even jackfruit. We also cover the fruit with the bag to prevent the insect and also the disease. And you see the mango now, they are also pruning to make it low, for easy to harvest and also control the disease and insect. And next, during the harvest is also affect to the quality of fruit because most some fungi they can affect to the fruit without wound. But some they need wound to infect to the fruit. So you see, if we harvest properly, like at the maturity time, and also we cover the fruit even in the field and using this is high technique agriculture, and you see the fruit basket is not too big, it's clean and also airy. That we have to reduce the injury during harvest and transportation. And for post-harvest disease management, so we have to riding and sorting. Why? Because we have to remove, reject all the infected fruit, because otherwise they will cross to another. They don't have carry the pathogen. And streaming, washing, hot water treatment, sulfate coating, packing, cooling storage. So for washing, so now in almost packing house they use water, clean water to wash the fruit, and they make some machine to make it more clear, more clean, because in Vietnam now we don't have any chemical to allow for treat the root after harvest, so that we use the clean water to remove the pathogen is stick that outside the fruit to remove to reduce that inoculum. And for mango, we also use like something to add in the water to reduce the acidity from the sap of the mango. Otherwise, it will make burn of the skin, and that will make the wound for the pathogen can affect to the fruit. So that we'll be using. And here is the hot water treatment that we have done a lot of experiment on this to find out the dry temperature and also the time for treating the fruit. Because if we treat the fruit with high temperature, they can easy to control the disease, but it will affect to the fruit skin also. So we will take it with our tool, small machine in SOFRI, and you will see the fruit, if without treating with hot water, it will give more disease symptom compared to the treatment, the treated treatment. And here we have made one protocol from the healthy fruit. We have select the healthy fruit, we wash with water, and then dip with chlorine, and again we rewash with cleaning water and dip in the hot water, and then we use bath and start at 5 to 6 degrees Celsius. This also we have to study and find the optimum temperature for the fruit. And here is some machine now they using in the pack house after we have find the technique for control the disease on mango. You see here different pack house, and the last one, this is combined from this is a washing place, and this is the hot water treat place, and then we will they make the high technique for washing and combined with the hot water treatment. For surface coating, we have done some experiment on longan also. We do drenching. This is hot water, but it's drenching for longan, and then we use chitosan to cover the fruit, and then this will help to reduce the disease percent disease incident for longan, and you can see that we can start the fruit after 30 days, more than 30 days. 35 days. And here we also have done some experiment on the MAP. Actually, this we have just done like in the experiment in SOFRI, and now we because this depend on the fruit and depend on the material. So now we use a different kind of bag for different fruit. You see, rambutan, longan, we also have to study and find the suitable bag for any kind of fruit, because that depends on the respiration of fruit. If we use the bag it's not suitable, they will give more water, high humidity in the bag, and that is the good condition for fungi to grow. And here is our experiment on the optimum temperature for dragon fruit. So we find this can start from 5 to 6 degrees Celsius is optimum temperature. And here I can show you the region we are combined from pre-harvest and post-harvest treatment for reduce the disease. So for mango, we pack the fruit and non-pack. So with the pack, you see with the pack, so the disease percent disease incident will very low compared to a non-pack. And also if we combine with the hot water treatment, so the the disease will be very like less than 10% compared with the control. It's more than 40% disease incidence. And for other things, so that conclusion, the post-harvest rot are a major challenge for long-term tourists and for successful export of tropical fruit to the distant market, and understand the life cycle, time for infection is will be helpful for control the disease. And most of common rots is come from the field and carry to store as latent infection. So we need to control the disease from field and also from during the harvest and also after harvest. And we also have done one experiment, but that we will continue to study about the enhance the plant tissue resistance. So we used like salicylic acid to spray on the plant before to the plant, but it is still continue the work, and half they will get more reason for can increase the plant resistance to control the disease. And the further research on the infection process and the effect of handling damage will be required for different fruit species to assess distant markets. Thank you very much.